Hey everybody, so I know a lot of you have asked how I create the visuals for my newsletter, and I decided to create a video and a tutorial on exactly my process and how I do it. We will run through the workflow and the tools that I'm using, and also a little bit of the creative idea behind it, and a little bit of the bonus tips on how I animate them and turn them into GIFs. So stick around, because by the end of this video you will know exactly what I do to create one of the most best selling newsletters in AI in the technology category on Substack. All right, so let's get right into this. First of all, let me close this and make it a little smaller. So this is a new newsletter. This is about New Year's resolution prompt that creates a 90-day plan. All right, so pretty basic topic. But that's the point, right? It doesn't have to be anything special. So what I do is I take the content, all right? I select the content from this draft and I paste it into Claude, all right? And while it's pasted here, okay, this is the content that I just copied. I use my extension called right click prompt. You can download it. I will post it below. This is a prompt library manager. By the way, side note, yesterday I came far along for version 2.0, and that's going to be amazing. So this is a preview what 2.0 will look like, and there's a dashboard and many other goodies. But essentially what it lets you do is, once you set up your prompts, you can then, guess what, right click, and then you see your prompts here and they appear right in your browser window. Okay, so then I have this prompt. It's called article thumbnail. Okay, so when I have this, it's copied in my clipboard, I just paste it and it doesn't show, of course. So right now, let me see. Perfect. See, that's why also I had to do a new one. So let's go here, do it this way. Article and copy. Okay, and this is the prompt. It says, read the full article, identify the core concept, and come up with 1 or 2 or 3 elements that represent the article. The objects should clarify the central meaning at a glance, avoid unnecessary sub-themes, etc. And there should be a prefix that says, using the project instructions and uploaded files, please create the following image, and then create 3 text prompts. So once we run this, what happens is it reads the newsletter content that I just pasted there prior to this prompt, and then it will come up with 3 concise image prompts from which I will choose which one I like. Now, this is usually for the title image or for some images for social media. This is not my diagrams, which I will jump into in a moment after, okay? So, as you can see here, the first one, it says, using the project instructions and uploaded files, please create the following image. A crumpled piece of paper with handwritten resolutions lying abandoned next to an open planner showing 3 months, blah, blah, blah. 3 flat stones crossing a shallow stream, a smartphone on a desk, drawn, okay, cool, simple quarterly calendar. All right, I liked January. Okay, this is interesting. 3 flat stepping stones crossing a shallow stream, each stone labeled January, February, and March, etc. Maybe we can just try this out, because this prompt or this one, I will then take to Google Gemini. And in Google Gemini, I used to do this with ChatGPT, but actually the Gemini Gems is much better for this right now. And essentially what a gem does is, this is how I set it up. All right. So it's almost like a project or a custom GPT in ChatGPT. So a gem, I called it AIAC images. All right. And this is a gem that helps me create brand aligned visuals for my newsletter. All right. And this is the instructional prompt. This is rather long, but essentially it's a role. It explains to the gem what its purpose is, all right? The visual identity, style guidelines, all right? Color palette, dimensions and texture, composition ratio, character design, and the red mug rule, which is my red mug. And then you also have images that are here in a knowledge base as reference, all right? And I refer to it in the prompt here that I wanted to look at the images as a reference. Okay, so all I do here now is, let me just go back into the regular chat here. Okay, let me just click on this. And then I will paste the prompt that we created in Claude, okay, with the 3 stones. And this should be good enough already. And let's see what it's going to do. Now, most of the time, it works pretty well. And it's not something that I have to worry about. Okay, now it has a problem. It's getting more requests than usual. Of course, when I'm trying to record a video here for you guys. Let's see. So now it's loading Nano Banana as we try to redo it. Sometimes it helps to select the image tool from down here. So let's see. And that's usually pretty fast. By the way, I know that ChatGPT just released a new image model. So let's do this with ChatGPT also, because I have a what would be a project here as well. And this should work in the same way. So let's see what it's going to come up with here. Okay, let them fight against each other. Okay, this is not bad. I guess this is fine. It's a little boring. How about this? Okay, let's do this one. This is the first prompt. And I don't like that there is no red. There should be some red. Oh, maybe the red steps, but then it looks kind of bloody. I don't know. Let's see. I know that ChatGPT says that they are 4 times faster now. But I already see, I don't think it's going to take the reference guide because it's the exact same instructional part. See, this is a photo. Obviously, this is not in reference to our newsletter. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I like this one. Add some red accent colors to the calendar and maybe very few to the resolutions crumbled paper. I don't know. I hope it's going to understand. I just wanted to make it like a line or something. So anyway, once this is done, let's just see how it's going to go here. We're doing this in real time, by the way. While this is going, I'm going to copy this again. Okay, I'm copying the content of this newsletter again, and I go to the second tool, which is napkin.ai. All right, this is where I generate my my diagrams for you guys. All right, so this is what it looks like. You just paste a new note, okay, and then you can select something like this. All right, so for example, the first paragraph from the newsletter. The cool thing is once it's selected like this, you can click on this and you can automatically have it generate suggestions for infographics, okay? So for example, here, the iceberg. What is the broken resolutions? You know, fantasy life, lack of time, unexpected events. Those are the things that are the bottom of the iceberg that people don't even see why they break their resolutions. Okay, so I could pick that or I could pick another one. You can choose which ones you like. And I think that's pretty cool. I actually kind of like the iceberg. I just wonder if there could be another iceberg. Let's do this. All right. And let's wait for it to generate. It has this interesting iceberg that's like white at the top and red on the bottom. I have to double check, but yeah, maybe not. Well, let's just go with this for now. Actually, I'm going to change, and you can change your branding here too. Wait, well, this is my current one. So you can see there's different types, different styles that you can set up yourself. Okay, let's just keep that. Maybe, I don't know if this could be done a little bit darker maybe. To show that it's underneath. Okay, there you go. And we'll also do a black outline. There you go. Okay, and then you go basically like this throughout the entire newsletter where it makes sense, obviously. Why you should send this to 3 people. Let's see what it's going to do here. Sharing, let's just share. an image that has to do with sharing. Sharing useful prompts. There you go. We can come up with anything. Mutual value. I mean, sometimes these graphics are not as helpful, so you have to make your own decision where it makes sense. I don't think I'm going to use any of those because, yeah, the benefits of sharing prompts. It's a little weak, but you get the point. We're not here to explain this usefulness of this graphic. We're here to explain positive reputation. You know, let's just keep this one. It looks fun. We're just here to show you how these images are being generated. So you get that point, right? And then I basically just take this and you can export it here. I like to take it into my clipboard, go straight here, all right? And then just paste it right here and boom, it's inside, all right? Now, yeah, so let's go back to Gemini and see. Okay, there you go. It added a little bit of red here and there. So now we can download this, okay? And we shall download this. It actually downloads it nicely in full resolution. And then the way you would add it here will be very simple, which is, there you go. You just put it up here and that's that. Now the cool thing, oh, wrong. Okay, we'll just put it like this. It's a little hard. I got it. There you go. Okay, so now we have it like that. And now here's the interesting part. Even though this image is not really, it doesn't lend itself. But here's the thing on how I let this be animated very quickly. And Grok is really good at this, all right? So, for example, you just drag, and drop this image in here. And it automatically starts animating once it uploads. Just give it a second. Yesterday's image would actually be really helpful. Oh, there you go. I guess it's a little bit too much. So how about we drop yesterday's image in here? Because I really like that. You know what? Actually, we shouldn't be doing this. We should just use the one that we had right now. Let me just save it as a smaller JPEG. Export JPEG. Okay. And then we'll just drop it in here as a JPEG. And that should work much faster. And as soon as you drop it in, it starts animating. You see, I didn't even have to put any prompt. But if you want, you can add a prompt and control it a little bit better this way. Oh, if you get out, this is what you get. Okay. Where is it? Here. It's still working on it. There you go. I mean, it's not perfect, but you get the point. And then what I do with this is I take the video file. Let's assume I like this video, which I think it could be better. And then I go to ezgif.com. All right, it's a great little website. You just drop in the video in there. All right, video to GIF. You upload it, and it will turn itself automatically into a, you guessed it, a GIF. I like to scale it down a little bit. Want to keep it below 1 megabyte. And there you go. You have the GIF already. It's still a little big. So we're going to make it even smaller here. And let's see what's going to come out here. In the end, it's around 1 megabyte, right? And you save this thing and you got your GIF, animated GIF ready. So this is it. And then you could basically just upload it to your Substack or use it in another way. But that's essentially my process of how I, how I go through the animation, right? So you can see here in my images, this is essentially how I create the visuals, except for these. These are just Photoshop files that I update. But for all the others, I'm creating these files, these illustrations and the diagrams just as I will show you, or I have shown you in this video. And yeah, I hope that answers the question on my workflow. Definitely having fun with it until something better comes around. And let me know what you think, and let me know if this is something you would be interested in doing as well, and what you would be using it for. So with that being said, have a wonderful day, and always adapt and create.